guys, it's Andy Falco Show, coming to you live from Yorba, California. We're going to be starting the show in just 1 second because really, I need to do my intro. You wouldn't know if it was me if I didn't do my intro. So let's do that first. From Yorba, California, where we had a first responder rally. That's much easier to say than back the blue rally, which I couldn't say last time I was out. But first responders, we know that we have a lot of different first responders. We have, of course, fire department. We have sheriff's department that doesn't get, when you say back the blue, I feel sorry for the sheriff guys. Also, you got guys that wear brown and chippies and all that kind of stuff. So I like the first responders. We're now seeing the Pledge of Allegiance. Justice for all. Now you can't see them right now because the crowd was not this big when I first started, when I first got here. But we have Blue Lives Matter in the background. I'm going to try to look at comments here if I can see them coming in. This is a great organization. I've tried to move this camera around quite a bit so you can see what's going on. We have several people here. It's growing every second. When I got here, there was maybe 100, 200 people. Now it's grown to several hundred people. I'm not sure how much bigger it's going to grow, but it's still early. What time is it? Yeah, we're still early. We still got another hour and a half, 2 hours to do with this thing. What's interesting is that although this is a first responder, rally, obviously there's a lot of pro-Trump flags and shirts. See, I got mine on. We have flags that say pro-Trump. We got I stand for the flag and kneel for the cross. We have prayer just a minute ago. What else is going on here? It is everything. It is a conservative playground here. Everything. Hey, how you doing?
I'm blessed.
Are you a pastor?
I am a servant.
Oh, a servant.
I'm a servant.
What is your name and who are you?
My name is Notter, and I live in Anaheim, California, and I serve at a local church.
Oh, awesome. I was a police officer.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah, no
thank you for putting your life on the line so we can do what we want to do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I heard you giving the prayer earlier.
Of course.
Why would we have a prayer and a rally?
Well, because I was born in Iran, right? So for me to live in a country, to have the honor to be adopted in the most amazing country, by the way, I came here legally, waited in lines, paid a fee, so let's be, I'm okay with immigration just against illegal ones. Right. For being able to live in a country that we can openly worship our God, that's so big. And of course, the foundation of this amazing country was based on Christianity. They like it or not, you can't change the history. So what a better way to appreciate our first responders like yourself by starting with a prayer. So that's just, that's like breathing for me. Now that I'm a Christian, I just can't get enough of it.
It was amazing, but I want to ask you a question about, you got people talking about how racist the United States is, how we hate immigrants, that we're just a horrible country.
Yes.
But yet, people still want to come here.
Well,
so what are your thoughts when somebody says this is a horrible country?
Okay, well, it's not a horrible country. The people who say this is a horrible country are the hippies of our time. They just have social media like a chihuahua, so they bark loud. But let me tell you this, my wife is right there. I never felt racism. I've been here since '82. Not once I felt racism until this whole thing started. If people haven't seen real racism, I've been blessed to live all over the world. When they beat you up on the street, when the cops don't respond because you're in an kind of a mixed marriage, that's racism. Here, again, I don't want to get into the, we're soul creatures.
You can get into whatever you want.
Yeah, we're soul creatures. It's just the Lord, blessed me to put me in this ugly face, and He put you in this beautiful body. So, all of that race stuff is all new to me, and I've been here since '82. So after all this started, I was like, what? You guys have no idea what real racism is? I'm sure there are pockets of it somewhere, but come on, give me a break. For me to come here with nothing in my pocket, work 2 or 3 jobs as a kid, and retire in my mid-40s, that's not because of me, that's because of the country. Show me another country that anybody can work a minimum wage job for 3 months and buy a running car. Show me one. That's simple analogy.
Right. One last thing before you.
Sure.
I've had several companies that I've owned. I've had people that work for me. The best workers, I got to tell you, are those that are immigrants that have come to the country because they feel so blessed. To be here.
Amen. Amen.
And you have people that have grown up here that don't understand what it means to live in America. They don't know the struggle of what it's like to be in another country.
Amen, my brother. See, here's the thing again. It's like when a child is adopted to a family, they just happen to appreciate that family more. For me, I'm an adopted child of this country, and a lot of other, as you said, immigrants that come here legally. Okay, that is so because we are loved by you. Again, I have never, ever, ever witnessed racism here. Never, not once. Until this past couple of months that it's just out there, I'm like, it just dawned on me. But yes, because we come here, we're thankful that an amazing country, the greatest country in the world, has embraced us and treat us like anybody else. If I want to work hard and make $100 grand a year, I can do that. If I want to be a bum and sit home and make nothing, I can do that. Sad part is the government kind of supports me if I don't do anything. But I'm thankful for you and your service.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Great meeting.
Keep your head on
If
the
you happen to see Leandro around, can you send her my way?
Of course I will. Of course. God bless you.
Thank you very much. All right, take care. All right. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. I didn't know he was from Iran. Who would have known? That is a great representation of a country that is just simply one of our biggest enemies in a horrible country. For him to come here and say all those things, to be here as a legal immigrant, to have the success that he's had. I had a thought that while he was talking, that in relationship to law enforcement and what it is that is being said about the ATF, about Department of Homeland Security, about FBI that are being sent to these states that really need our help, and they're calling them troops, and they're calling them jackbooted, whatever they're saying. It's just so ridiculous that these are Americans. These are people that live in the United States. These are people that have children that go to the schools when the schools are open. These are us. They're your next door neighbors. And Nancy Pelosi and other Democrats and communists, jackbooted, Trump is just so. People actually held their hand out, put their hand on the Bible, and swore allegiance to this country. And they're doing everything but showing an allegiance to this country. It is just, it's remarkable. It's remarkable that we have to have a rally to show support for our law enforcement, for our first responders, and that we actually have to do this. I mean, I remember after 9/11 that it was hard for me to buy a meal. So people, I would go to restaurants where people knew me, and people were buying me dinner. I didn't want them to buy me dinner. The waiter would come and say, hey, somebody just put this on your tab. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, it was just, how quickly things change. I know for some of you that weren't born after 9/11, that doesn't seem that long, but for me, it was not that long ago that people were buying us dinner and giving us praise for just being on the job and being there and working when other people are sleeping. And again, it's just shocking to me that we have to have a rally that says, hey, we support law enforcement. We support law and order. How crazy does our world have to be that you have people like these mayors in Chicago and Illinois, or Chicago and Minneapolis, to San Francisco, to Seattle, to where else? Baltimore, that they just have lost their stinking minds, right? They don't want help. People are dying on their streets every night. Shootings are occurring like crazy. The crime is up everywhere from, I've heard everything from 20% to 100-something%, 150% in New York. And then what they do is they then get rid of more cops, right? They defund cops. They take more cops off the street. The undercover unit, the very effective 600 man and woman team in New York that was keeping a lid on crime. Disbanding that, and they go, I don't understand. There's not more crime, but yet more people are dying. More people are getting shot. More people are being assaulted. And then you have people who say, well, crime is down, and so this ridiculous thing. No, that's because they don't arrest anybody for the small stuff anymore. Just like California, they stopped arresting people for shoplifting. They stopped arresting people for the small petty crimes of auto theft. And so when you stop arresting people, they stop showing up on the books, right? So you have less crime. on the lower level, but higher crime on the higher level. Is where exactly where you need cops. Hey, Liam, get over. How are you? Nice to see you again. Another great job putting this thing together. It appears to be bigger than the last one. Well, the other thing that grows is the opposition across the street. How did you hear that they might possibly be here, and what was your conversation? If you don't mind It really does seem that we have a little bit more support on our side. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me talk about the group just a sec. So we talked about the last time you were on my show that it came out of kind of not doing well in the country. Right? So you had to find a voice. All right. So we started this group. What's happening in this group? Is it growing? Is it having trouble finding it? So can we talk about school for 1 second? Do you have young children? So I noticed that there's a booth to get rid of Gavin Newsom. All kinds of names. What does that mean to you? How does that fit into this group? And one of the most ridiculous things your Democrats thought to say is that, well, the science says. Well, no, the science says kids need to go back to school. There's many studies throughout the world, in other countries in Europe and Australia, and even Korea, where they're trying to pull this other thing that the study in Korea says the opposite. But in fact, it doesn't. If you actually read it, it does say they didn't have a bunch of things in place to know whether or not kids were actually contracting it or giving it to the parents. There's nothing that says that. But all the other studies that actually did contract tracing and I think it's some of the DNA stuff actually showed that the virus actually sensitive. And somehow they absorb it and then they get like a kryptonite, and somehow they get rid of it. So every and then in California, 30 children across the United States that died the flu kills 3 to 4 children a year, but we never shut down for that. So when we talk about the science, they're ignoring the science. Right? I get on these arguments all the time. Yeah, right. And it's really interesting that Nancy Pelosi actually said something back in Washington. She got out of her house and decided to go there and work for just a little bit. And said something about the schools opening up. And it was the next day that Gavin Newsom put the new ban on private schools and public schools. And like you said before, it was a political issue. It's magic. Because it really, doesn't speak to the kids very much. I have 5 children. 4 of them are young. For sure, one of my children did not do what do you for this week?
I've done it. Oh, no, yes, I can.
Well, I know. One more question in just 1 second, but I want to apologize. I know a little bit, but it's really loud. And you have a soft voice, and I don't want anybody to miss what it is you're saying. And talk more about this when we're not doing this. Too. I think that would be very good. One last thing. How do you want to create a group? We don't know. We'll get together. Let's get everybody talking about all these things. The real issues. We need law and order. We need our police. We need school choice. All these things. We don't want open borders. We don't want to defund the police. We don't want to defund the police. So in regards to opening That's a good point. I remember somebody spotted somebody here. And I've walked into Home Depot. I can't tell you how many times I've walked in. I get halfway and they go, should I go? And I go back out again. Just because I don't want to. I know. I know, I know. You know what? I went and bought rocks. I got to tell you this story. I don't know if you saw it. I went and bought rocks. These little round river rocks. And I get all the way outside and it's made in China. You make rocks? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the message is there, but I almost felt guilty, especially after Mike Pompeo spoke right over here at the Nixon. It was so great to have him here. I wish I would have known earlier. I would have went down there and gave it to him. He's an Orange County guy. Now, there's no passion for Biden. They just don't want it. Nobody cares. The Democrats don't like it. They won't even let them talk. Right? You know there's a problem when they don't let the candidate talk. They go, questions. No questions. I'm in a hurry. I got other things to do. Like what? I'll take a nap. I think you might be right. All right. Well, thank you for putting this on. I appreciate it as a former law enforcement officer. Are you anything law enforcement? We all appreciate it very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so we'll talk later. And I'm just going to continue on just a little bit, try to show them some of the other side there if I can. So the opposition is, of course, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to see if I can raise this up. Hold on. I'm going to go silent for 1 second. But I can't. I couldn't get around the big group. Hold on. Down the street here, maybe about 300 yards, is the Nixon Library right down in Yorba. We got Friends Church that was founded by Nixon's mom and dad, and so this is a very Republican area, conservative area for the most part. And we even across the street now. We ran out of room over here. We went to the other street. And they're chanting all lives matter. Hold on. All lives matter. And I'm going to move to the shade because I'm on fire, and I'm going to start sweating, and I can't see. Hold on. Whoa. Oh, almost put it on the dog. There we go. All right, let me see. Hey, Jim, nice to see you. I can't read what you said because the font's too small and the light's too bright. So it's a good time. I would, if I were you, I'll post the group address in the chat after I get done here. And I'm a member of so many groups now. I can't remember all the names of the group. It's a great group of people. There's people here that I recognize from our church. There's people that I recognize as parents from the children that go to school. We got, I saw some neighbors somewhere. They walked by, I didn't have a chance to find them. But this really is a great community rally, organized rally, response to Blue Lives and first responders, sheriff's department. So it's still hard to think of the sheriff's department patrolling Yorba because that's who's patrolling several years ago, not just recently. Anaheim dropped the ball. They should have had it, and whoever negotiated dropped the ball. I see I have some police officer friends that are watching that I work with over at Anaheim Police Department. That's all I got for you right now. If something happens, what I'll end up doing is creating a new show and then putting it back up again. But I think we talked about just about every issue that's up right now. How are you? Nice to see you.
Loving it here. Loving it here. Enjoying it. Been here 45 years, and this is fantastic. We got numbers here.
So are you 45 thought, let me see if you ever had this thought. You probably did. But I had this thought for a short period of time. Yeah, when you first got elected, that I had it in California. And then suddenly, I got, no. I lived in La Mirada. I worked in the police department. I lived in Riverside for a while. I lived in the beach for a while. And then came back here. And my roots are there. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to fight for this kid.
The same thing. Right on, man. I said I was gonna move. I was gonna move to Cuba because I had more rights here. And then I said, why should I move to Cuba? You move to Cuba, right?
He was the one at home. He'd be like the mayor in Portland. He went to go support them. They started yelling, go, quit your job. And what's funny, then he got tear gas. That was beautiful. That was one of my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. That was good.
But I can't move because my camera's on. Am I even still on? Here I am.
She walked away.
Sorry.
Yeah, she walked away. She wanted to say something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she got shy. Come on. Yeah. I'll bring the robot.
Only broadcasting to millions of people. What? We're going to see the millions of people. Potentially, because we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, we're on, where else did I put this on? We're on all those broadcasts all the time.
Right on.
Technology is amazing. With a phone. With a phone. He's coming back. Amanda's not done. Okay, hold on. You guys are going to close your eyes. Don't get seasick as I'm walking. I'll let you see some of the surrounding areas. I got a close tripod here. Hold on. Hopefully nobody's going to okay, we're getting our way over here. We're going. This is going to be hard, but hold on one second.
I see some officers over there. Thank you, officers. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I've been over there for a long time. Sorry. Yeah. All right. We're still live. No, we're still live. All right. Who are you? What do you do? I got it.
My name is Tracy Chung. We just started a ministry called Ministry. What we do is we try to get the public to publicly support police officers. We sell PWS LC t-shirts and donate all the proceeds to us. And what we do with all of that is we cater dinners to the police stations. We have a big bakery from
I know that.
and we will also host an event to bring people up in our community.
Over there.
And then the officers also kind of hear
Right over there somewhere.
community events that they're doing in the community so that they get a better understanding that we have officers that really genuinely love our people and we want to be able to stand by them during this time. So yeah.
Well, I've been a police officer in Anaheim for 21 years, and one of the things that we would make sure is eat at the right places. There are places we could eat at. But now it's even worse. I don't know that cops can eat anywhere in those states, because even though maybe the manager may be friendly, the cook might not, or the server might not. So I want to say for sure that I appreciate the fact that you help them eat. Very good.
Yes, and you know I'm that's one of the concerns of market laws. So when we do cater to dinner, we actually don't tell them it's for police officers until we get them there. And in our council, the department will know that it is safe when it's ordering if it's a meeting party to cater to. And once we're able to tell them, this is really for human rights or yeah, and it's a major issue. We see so much support. We know that the majority of the dinner orders to love
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Comes their way.
Hey, put it in
When
my
they
garage, right next to my work bench. Right there. I was in my garage, my work bench right there.
speak out for the officer and we will get on every back. That's really hilarious.
Well, how do people
Blvd. You can try to spell it out, but I want to make sure you have time to write it down. Okay, so you can Venmo that to us. We have a separate Venmo account. You can email us.
Back to Blue Ministry at what?
Oh, I'm sorry, at Gmail. Absolutely, thank you. And we are also starting a website. We've already started the domain at blueministry.com. So our IT people are getting that up as well. And that's where we share stories of us coming in and blessing the police officers. But we'll share stories of police officers doing really incredible things for the love of God. So that people can see that, these guys are hard people.
All right, and I'll try to remember to write that out in the comments and send it out. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, we're on a whole bunch of things right now.
Oh, that's perfect. And we just put it out to, we've got people from Florida and Texas who've already reached out to us and put it out. And it's super exciting to see their community get involved as well. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All righty, my friends. Now, I don't know if I can fill or put more into the show than I've already have. Oh, wait, here's the recall Gavin Newsom booth right there. Got people lining up and signing, not as long as the church that I go to. The church I go to had a line all the way out to the parking lot wanting to get rid of Gavin Newsom. And this actually probably goes down the street. And so we got to recall that guy. I don't know, you can't. Being a relative of Pelosi, as a friend of mine from church, I just saw just having that guy in the governor's house is just, it's killing us. It literally is killing us. Homelessness is through the roof. Criminals being let out of prisons. Defunding law enforcement is acceptable. Sanctuary cities is acceptable. Open borders is acceptable. And everything against what America is and means. I've interviewed at least one immigrant so far, and that has gone well. Hey, I don't. Even way more here, and that is the story. That it's not. We're not against it. We are for it, but you have to do it the right way and make sure you get your documentation in and do it right. All right. So I think I've done enough here. I don't know if I can find any more people that will give us any more information other than that. But I'll try to
Hey,
get you
Patriots, real quick,
we are
because
way
we're
down
here
the
to
street.
honor our first responders. Orange County Sheriff, which we love, have specifically asked us, the beloved across the street that are leaving to go wherever they're going, God bless them. We cannot go over there. Again, let's respect the law. That's what makes this country great. That's why this defunding the police thing is the biggest joke I've ever heard. So we need to honor our police. We need to honor all of our first responders. So to respect our amazing, amazing law enforcement that lay their lives on the line for us, we cannot go across the street where it blazes. Let's stay here. Let's love on our first responders. Let's praise our King, and let's have fun. God bless America.
That's it. I got to end on that. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.
Sorry, I didn't know you were mine.
Oh, no.